What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. I'm so glad that y'all are with me today. It's time for another Real Housewives recap and review. And today we're talking about the Real Housewives of New Jersey season finale. I can't freaking believe that we're sitting here talking about the season finale. It just seems like yesterday we had the premiere. This season was cut way too short, but let's not waste any time and get right into this recap and review.
And now the season finale of The Real Housewives of New Jersey.
So it's set during Halloween, so it's very spooky, very fall vibes, pumpkin carving. I do have a bone to pick with Bravo though. Why did they make us wait an entire week to see Teresa's new boyfriend, Louis? That to be continued from last week was just not cool, and I was left very salty about that. So let's talk about The Real Housewives of New Jersey season 11 finale. So yes, we open up this episode and we finally get to meet Teresa's new boyfriend, Louis. So I'm just gonna say it, the jury is still out about Teresa's new guy. I honestly haven't been seeing very nice things about him. Also, they just bought an investment property together. Teresa, have you not learned anything from your time being married to Juicy Joe? Like, it just seems like they're moving just a little bit too quickly. So from the scene of them together at dinner, it does appear that he has manners, he cares about her feelings, he's attentive to Teresa's needs. However, I'm just gonna say it, danger, danger, danger. So the blogs and Instagram accounts, they've all been putting the warning signs out there about Teresa's new boyfriend, saying that he's a narcissist, he's not a good guy, opportunistic, he makes his girlfriends and wives do things sexually, and if they don't do it, then he punishes them. It's weird. He just doesn't seem like he's a very good guy from what I've been reading, allegedly. I'm just gonna leave it at that. So Louis, though, is also younger than Teresa, and I'm also just weary as to what his intentions are. Is he in this just because of the show? Does he really have, Teresa's best interests in mind? And I guess we won't know until they get further into this relationship. But my advice for Teresa is just go slow and don't be stupid. Now moving over to Dolores real quickly. Dolores is my spirit animal. She's picking out Halloween costumes for all of her dogs. My freaking just heart. I love it so much. It's a mood. I'm here for it.
Dolores!
What?
Where are you?
I'm picking out Halloween costumes with the dogs. Hey.
The dragon against the lion. Whoever wins gets to eat the taco.
And like I said at the beginning of this review, it's all filmed during Halloween, so Jennifer would give out full-size candy bars to the trick-or-treaters. Just gonna say it, I would go to her palace and get those king-size Snicker bars. Yes, I fucking would. Jackie and her kids, they are over here carving some pumpkins. And Marge is putting the finishing touches on her home renovations. Finally, after 3, 4, 5 seasons, Marge's house is finally going to be finished with all of the renovations. A long time coming. It's so exciting. The house does look amazing. Marge is then hosting a Halloween costume party for her husband Joe B's birthday. Now moving over to Melissa and Joe. I literally cannot with the both of them. They're fighting again over Joe's issues with Melissa, putting all this time into her, as he put it, quote unquote, brand. Like he said, as much time as you put into your brand, you need to put the same amount of time into your relationship. I don't understand, like, Joe Gorga, what are you talking about? He is so pressed. Melissa played by Joe's rules for 10 years. She raised the kids, stayed home, did all the cooking, did all the cleaning, stayed by Joe's side. They were inseparable, did everything together. she would have Joe by her side for everything. Now she's out doing the damn thing, doing her own thing, and Joe is pressed about it. He doesn't like it. He says that she's too into work, work, work. Like, just shut up, Joe. Shut up. Moving on. So Joe said that Melissa is going to get bit by the bug. And by bug, he means she's going to get addicted to making money. I just don't think that that's what that is. It's her turn to be selfish, to be a businesswoman, to build a brand, to have a voice. Let it be, dude. Let it be. Here's what. If you don't allow your partners to thrive and do their own things, they're going to get resentful and they're going to leave. Mark my words, if Joe doesn't change, Melissa will leave. There, I said it. So now let's move over to Jennifer. She is having a big family dinner. It's her and Bill's wedding anniversary, and it's so nice to see that she's making it a big family affair. I do really enjoy Jennifer. I really do. Is she a sloppy drunk? Yes. She is. She can't handle her alcohol very well. But I'm liking this side of Jennifer. Her daughter Olivia was the one that planned this whole fancy dinner for her mom and dad. Like, Jennifer does have moments, but seeing her with her kids and Bill, it was a nice refresher to see that. And during this whole thing, Bill re-proposes to Jennifer, and look at that fucking rock. It's half a carat for every year they were together. So it's a 9-carat yellow diamond ring. They got all that money, honey. Throw some my way, Jennifer Aiden. Thank you very much. So Jennifer does really have a strong family unit. Her and Bill genuinely do love each other. They have great kids and, well, they got the money too. So now moving back over to Dolores, the renovations on her old house are officially underway. And in true Dolores fashion, she is the one making all of the calls and making it known that she is the one in charge. And the same contractor that is working on Dolores' old house is the same contractor that worked on building David's house. So Dolores then shares some insight about her and Frank. So when she was married to Frank, she did everything for him. They went everywhere together. He supported her financially, and she stayed home to care for the house, care for the kids, do all the cooking. Sound familiar? Gorgas, I'm looking at you. So when Dolores got a divorce, she was forced to figure it all out on her own. She said it was like throwing a baby in a pool and making it swim. So this is kind of like, I see it now. I see that we're all saying Dolores and Frank need to get back together. That's never going to happen. I feel like Frank did hurt Dolores on such a deep level. So now Dolores has been living independently for so long and being the boss bitch like she is, and she doesn't want to give that up. Like, I can respect that. I really can. I mean, it makes sense. Dolores is happy with where she is in her life. Also, side note, this just popped into my head. Does Dolores still own the gym? We haven't heard about the gym for quite some time. Does she still own that gym? Comment below if you know. So moving over to Teresa, her daughters are making apple pies with the apples that they picked during last week's episode. She got those McToshin apples. If you know, you know. So she's telling her daughters that Joe G, Judice, pissed her off because he went on Wendy Williams and talked about the new girlfriend. So Teresa is pressed because she doesn't want people in her business like that. And she just can't believe Joe would talk about his new girlfriend like that. I mean, it's kind of not her choice anymore to be making those decisions for Joe. She is being very precautious about going public with her new man because she is in the public eye and she wants to make sure that it's actually serious. and that her kids and family are okay with the relationship. So I can respect that as well. So now Jackie and Evan, they are getting ready for Marge's big Halloween birthday party for Joe. They're going to this thing as Sunny and Cher, and y'all, this moment had me dying.
If you ever want to, like, pretend I'm your girlfriend from the gym.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Hey, buddy, do you have to go home after lifting those weights?
Like, I'm glad we can joke about this rumor now, but just wait. We think it's all cute and jokes now. Wait until the reunion next week. We will not be laughing then. So now all the ladies are making their way to Margaret's house for the big Halloween costume party, birthday party for Joe. So I figured now would be a good time to do a little toot or boot round and toot or boot all of the couple's Halloween costumes. So let's start with Jackie and Evan. They are dressed as Sunny and Cher, and it's a Halloween costume. I'm not mad at it. I mean, I love the long black Cher hair. I love the jumpsuit. I think it's pretty on brand for Sunny and Cher. I mean, Evan in that wig just sends me. It's hilarious. You know, I'm not mad at this. I'm gonna give this look a toot. Next up is the Marge and Joe B as Morticia and Gomez, and I'm just gonna say it, that dress is everything on the Marge. She makes a really good freaking Morticia, and she's getting ready to snip the heads off of all of the roses. Joe B, I mean, he shaved his goatee for this moment. His hair is slicked back. Her makeup is beat for the gods. I'm gonna give this whole look a toot. It's a toot for me, Marge. Next up, we've got Jennifer and Bill. Bill is Prince. Yo, I don't know about that wig or that outfit, but I mean, good for you for trying. And Jennifer as J-Lo in the infamous Grammys Versace dress. I wish the V was a little bit lower, but we're playing Jennifer Lopez conservatively, I see. Conservative. But again, I'm not mad at this. I'm not mad at it. It's a toot for me. Next up, we've got Dolores as a sexy victim, sexy injured person. Toot. This is great. Her tits are perky. Her face is beat. I love everything about it. She even has the IV drip bag. It is a 100% toot. Dolores, you look good even with blood and scars on ya. I love it. Oh wait, I think she's a plastic surgeon because of her face and the lines. It's a toot though. I love it. She's like a what are those people called that go under? A patient, a plastic surgeon patient. Teresa as Cotton Candy. I love it. It's so playful. It's so fun. It's something different for Teresa. I love the makeup. I love the glitter. I love it. It's clever. It's unique. You're Cotton Candy. You're sweet. You should have gone as a pineapple, though, and been on brand, but who am I to judge? It's a toot for me. Next up is Melissa and Joe as a mermaid and a merman. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate everything about it. You don't even look like a merman or a mermaid. It doesn't make sense. It's weird. It's stupid. Like, I wish you would have worn, like, a Little Mermaid fin and had, like, Joe push you around in, like, a scooter or something, or a wagon or something. Like, you don't look like a mermaid. It is a boot for me. I hate everything about it. Thumbs down. Blech. No. So those are the Halloween costumes. Quick little round of toot or boot mixed in with this. So anyway, now it's the night of the big Halloween party. And does this man look familiar? Yeah, he's the one that also planned Ramona's 50 Girlfriends birthday party last year on RHONJ. Ramona's living room, remember that? But I will say he did a much better job with Marge's party than he did with Ramona's. I would love to go to a party hosted by Marge. She knows how to host a party. And this whole thing, it really makes me excited for fall and Halloween, and it's not even summer yet. And of course, someone had to dress up as COVID. Jennifer is already getting turned up. She's already downing all of those tequilas on the rocks. Slow down, baby girl. Pace yourself. But Dolores does not look thrilled that drunk Jennifer is coming to hang out at this party. So now Dolores and Marge are catching up about what went down at Michelle's party and how everyone attacked Dolores about her relationship with David and called Dolores a broken woman, and all the ladies took a poll about the car versus the ring. And while all that is happening, Teresa then arrives and Marge decides to grill Teresa about where her new man was. Marge is being very nosy. I mean, I'd be the same way. We want to meet him, Teresa. Where he at? Bring him over. But we get it. You want to take it slow. But you also bought an investment property with him. So we also find out that Frank shaves in between his ass.
Oh, you shave in between your eyes? Absolutely.
That's TMI. And Jennifer, she is drunk. Marge is not happy about it at all because she's dropping food all over Marge's new patio. Dolores is telling Jennifer to take it easy and not get sick because that's not fun for everyone. Then Marge is over here making a touching speech for and about Joe Belignano, her husband. So the speech is about how supportive Joe B is towards Marge, and Joe Gorga is so pressed because of what Marge said about Joe Gorga being chauvinistic, which, I mean, he is. So then Joe Gorga goes right up to Marge and confronts her about him being chauvinistic. Marge is just driving home that Joe Gorga is chauvinistic because he called Dolores broken. Marge doesn't want Melissa to be that stay-at-home wife and wants Melissa's career to grow. She tells Joe that people grow and sometimes they grow apart. That was a little harsh. She also tells him that he needs to evolve and be in 2020. But Joe may live in 2020, but his mind still lives in 1980s and expecting Melissa to stay at home and be by his side 24/7. So it's a lot. Basically, Marge is saying, don't be chauvinistic. Let Melissa be who she wants to be. Why are you being so barbaric and caveman and men are the best and women stay home? Evolve, be a better person, because if you don't, Melissa's gonna leave. So then Dolores is telling Teresa not to let anyone get involved with her relationship, especially since everyone is so pressed about Dolores and David, which is some good advice. Maybe that's why Teresa isn't bringing the man around, because she doesn't want him to endure what Dolores is going through with her relationship with David and basically being like hung on the cross about it. Like, let the poor woman live. So now Melissa goes over to Teresa and Dolores and tells them about what Marge said to Joe and how he's chauvinistic. And Dolores is all like, Melissa, he was. Any normal person would feel that way. I mean, she is 100% correct in saying that. So then Bill Aiden jumps in on this whole conversation and says, does Joe not have any insight to know that what he says is insulting to women? So Dolores is all mad about the poll that was taken at Michelle's party, and then Teresa sides with Dolores about the poll, saying that if a poll was taken about Teresa's relationship, she would be upset about it, and that pissed Melissa off because Teresa didn't have Melissa's back when Melissa has Teresa's back. It's a whole thing. This whole thing is just very petty. So Melissa then says that she's taking the brunt of everything after what Joe said to Dolores. Melissa says to Dolores that she's pissed because Joe was very raw with her. So then Marge comes over and says that Joe is mad at her because she called him a chauvinistic. It's a whole fucking thing, and I'm just trying to wrap my mind around it because it's all like back and forth. So then all the guys are talking about the ladies and how they're giving Joe Gorga a hard time about what he said to Dolores. Bill is saying that Joe needs to listen and that he's being insensitive. And Joe then brushes it off and gets defensive and says that Bill is just drunk and he needs to shut the hell up with that stuff and let it go. Joe Gorga is chauvinistic. I feel like he is trying to put out Melissa's flame. And we can say that Joe Gorga is being supportive or has been supportive towards Melissa with her singing career. He built Envy for her. Yeah, he built Envy and was financially responsible for Envy, but Melissa, it's her business. She's building the business. And let's not forget, when Melissa was starting her singing career, Joe built her a studio, but also when Melissa went out to perform and did all this stuff, Joe was right by her side. So now it's kind of like Melissa's like, I need to do my own thing and break free. What's that Ariana Grande song, Break Free? This is the part when I break free. That's what Melissa's doing right now. She wants just to be independent and just be like, let me live, let me fly. And Joe's like, I need you home. I need you to spend the exact same time that you spend on your business and spend it with me and do all the things at home. It's just, he's chauvinistic. There's no other way to put it. It's just a weird, old school Italian mentality, and I think he needs to evolve as a man. There, I said it. So Dolores says that she knows where it's coming from and understands what happens when a woman goes to find her voice. And that just pisses Melissa off. Melissa is all, whatever you think I'm dealing with, I'm probably dealing with more. And like flies off the handle really over like nothing. So this whole thing is literally insane to me. Melissa then ends up grabbing Joe and they storm off because she doesn't want to talk about their relationship problems in front of the other ladies. It's a whole thing. Do I think that Melissa and Joe have like these big, huge marriage problems? No, I don't. I think it's very much embellished and over-exaggerated. I'm not buying it for a second. And that's how we end this season of The Real Housewives of New Jersey, is Melissa and Joe's marriage issues on full display, everyone talking about it, everyone thinking that Joe Gorga is chauvinistic, and Dolores being pissed about the poll that was taken. So Dolores knows that there's an end to this play, and it could end very badly. Which, I mean, I kind of agree. And quite honestly, I wouldn't be too mad if Melissa got a divorce from Joe. Maybe she'd be a little bit more interesting. So that is a wrap, guys, for The Real Housewives of New Jersey Season 11. I will be back next week, and we're going to break down, recap, review The Real Housewives of New Jersey Season 11 Reunion Part 1. Get subscribed to my channel so you don't miss that video. It's coming up real soon. Comment below and let me know all of your thoughts on what you thought of this season of The Real Housewives of New Jersey. Did you love it? Did you hate it? I was just a little indifferent about it, to be honest with y'all. It just seemed a little boring. It had its ups, it had its downs. Should I do a full video and just like recap the entire season? Like maybe do a live stream about it? I don't know. Comment below. I'm rambling at this point. Get subscribed to my channel. Tune in next week and we'll recap and review The Real Housewives of New Jersey Reunion Part 1. I'm out, guys. Bye.